Our next inductee is Mick Shaeffer. Dr. Mick Shaeffer of Ottumwa, Iowa, helped create the legacy of Charlie Coyote before there was a Dakota team. Shaeffer established Charlie while performing at the old Inman Field and the new Armory. Shaeffer, a USD student in the 1970s, helped design the costume and the persona of Charlie Coyote. Mick, who spent 5.5 years as Charlie, including 2 years while attending medical school, also funded his own way to USD Games. At an NCAA D2 regional in 1973, Charlie Coyote was the only team mascot named to the all-tournament team while endearing himself to a St. Louis, Missouri crowd. Shaeffer played the part of Charlie in more than 100 football and basketball games. One of his defining acts was the half-court shot, which he made 3 times, including his final shot at the new Armory. Beyond his performances at games, Shaeffer, who was a member of the Student Senate and Rush Chair for the Sigma Nu fraternity, made stops to visit children with disabilities at hospitals and helped at several USD banquet events. During the 1972-73 season, Shaeffer, a graduate of O'Gorman High, was made an honorary letterman for his contribution to the USD athletic program. Shaeffer earned a BA degree in biology in 1973 and his MD in 1977 from USD. He and his wife Mary have 2 children, Mick and PJ. Congratulations, and please help me welcome Hall of Fame inductee Mick Shaeffer.
You don't really have a prepared speech. I don't know if you can go away from it, but I'm going to anyway. Drove all night last night. Got into Holiday Inn at 5 o'clock in the morning. Got to bed at 6. Was up at 2 minutes to 9. Got up, came over, and I walked over to the Dakota Dome and I looked at all the plaques. And it was absolutely overwhelming. Talked to my family this morning. This is my 28th wedding anniversary. And I was telling my family that the experiences that I had by being Charlie Coyote, but also just being a student at the university, affected my life so greatly that I wouldn't have met my wife, I wouldn't have had the children, I would be living in a different town. Who knows what I would be doing? I'd be a shiftless bum someplace, I guess. Now I'll go to my speech. I'd like to thank the committee also, and I'd like to thank the athletes here, the inductees. I want to take particular attention to thank 3 people. Dr. Carl Miller was the athletic director when I was here, and through Dr. Carl Miller, he went to bat for me numerous times when various presidents of the university and the commissioner wanted to have me banned because of certain antics that I was alleged to have done. There's no number of me, so I can say that. And a lesser person would have given in because he did have a considerable amount of pressure to do so. Jack Doyle recruited he was a great coach, but he also recruited fine gentlemen for his team, and he made it so much fun to be out there. And he always made me feel welcome and as a part of the team, and certainly looked out for me, particularly the night that particularly crazed band came across at Morningside with the band as a sign that said, "Kill a Coyote for Christ." Came down and started hitting me on the head with it. Coach Doyle insisted that I go back with the team. I had no clothes, so I wore a 6'9" Dick-off Deers warm-up jacket. You can't tell from where you are, but I'm not 6'9". Rob Williams was the trainer here. I'm sure many of you know Rob. And he took particular interest in my welfare and was very concerned about the number of concussions that I had and the number of times that I was thrown over fences and putting my life in a bit of jeopardy. I was here at the very first Hall of Fame in 1972, and that's when the likes of Gary Gamage and Ruth Hoy were here. And I can honestly tell you that I had not one clue, not one thought of ever being on the stage. I came back, I left here, went on and got my life going, and really kind of forgot about my past life. When you're a surgeon, it's kind of hard to tell your patients about your Charlie Coyote age. It doesn't still he did that. Like, watch this one. I hadn't been back to the university for about 28 years, and I just happened to come back in 2004. And I'd never been to the Dakota Dome before. And I walked in, and the first thing I saw was the wall. And I spent probably 2 hours there just looking at all the plaques, many of the people I knew, and I was just overwhelmed. And I still never even gave it a thought that I would be remembered and be invited to the stage. Through the efforts of Dan Hanna, I was asked to come back, put on the uniform for a few minutes one more time, and the governor, Mike Brown's former jackrabbit, was kind enough to make a Mick Shaeffer day for me. And that night, it was just a magical night, and it really made me reflect on my life. And the next day, they tell you how smart you are when you're taking a shower at Holiday Inn. And I was just overwhelmed. I just started crying in the shower. I wasn't sad, I wasn't happy, I was just overwhelmed with emotion. I feel a little uncomfortable being on stage with these fine people because every one of the people on that wall went through a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I went through a lot of sweat, but there was no tears. What I want to say is I didn't work at all. I never had to train for it. All I did was go out there and have fun. And I can honestly say there wasn't one time, no matter what I was doing, it was to a game or going to the Crippled Children's Hospital or whatever, that I wasn't excited to put that uniform on and go out there and have my alter ego. And I'm sure it helped me adjust to all the stresses of life. I wouldn't be here without coming back with 2 subsequent Coyotes, David Hanna, Dan's brother, and Jody Harnos, who had watched me when they were little kids and grew up and became Charlie Coyotes themselves, and I never saw them, but I'm told that they're great Charlie Coyotes. They were so gracious enough to push for my induction up here, along with the efforts through Coach Doyle, and I am forever in their gratitude. What I want to really express is that the people that I met here, the people of Vermilion, the fans of the University of South Dakota, the people from the athletic department are just absolutely wonderful people, absolutely greatly affected by life. I am forever in their debt. I want to thank you all for remembering me, one, and showing appreciation and showing honor. And I guess I can be the one to really say that it's great to be a Coyote.